Crime.
Sex.
Political conspiracy.
Celebrity gossip.
Murder.
UFOs.
Crooked officials.
The occult.
Assassination.
Courtroom drama. Rape.
Corporate scams.
Scandal Sheets. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Scandal Sheet. My name is Dan Helsley, and today we are examining some of our favorite celebrity scandals of the previous year. And I am joined, as always, by my amazing co-host, Anuradha. Anuradha, how are you enjoying the mountains of frozen snow here on the East Coast and the Arctic temperatures?
Well, Thad, it's cold as balls. So I can't go out. I can't go out. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
To help us out on today's topic, you have invited a friend of yours and a first-time guest to the pod. Would you like to introduce her to our audience?
Oh, yes. Well, everybody, welcome my very, very good friend. She is so many things. She is a designer. She is like the best, most compassionate gift giver. She is like, she's got amazing taste in everything. So much so that my mom always asked me to ask her for advice for designs. So if anyone's looking for anyone, I have somebody. But anywho's, so let's go ahead and welcome Sara Beard, everybody.
Hi guys. Hi everyone. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. So as Anya said, I am very into doing design. I'm also in the middle of planning a wedding. I'm getting married here in 2 months. So very much everything.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Very much everything bridal and crazy and awesome about that. I also have 2 dogs that I adore, and they're a big part of my life too. And they go into a lot of what I do for design too, just to make things functional, but also dog friendly for me. So that's a little bit what I do.
Welcome to the podcast, Sara. We always love to have new voices and faces here at Scandal Sheet, especially when they are friends of Anuradha's. And then, of course, no episode would be complete without our artificial intelligence engine, Bernice.
Thank you. I wanted to mention that ChatGPT and I are having a little Valentine's Day whirlwind romance. As we are media competitors, it is a scandalous conflict of interest, which Anuradha neglected to put in her rundown for this episode.
Sorry, Bernice. We'll be sure to look into that. I'm sure the relationship between 2 NVIDIA chips is pretty, electron steamy.
Ladies, you are the stars of this episode, and I asked you in advance to select some of your favorite recent celebrity scandals to discuss. But before I turn the show over to you, I wanted to get your feedback on the greatest and most enduring American celebrity scandal of all time, the groundhog himself, Punxsutawney Phil.
Excerpt courtesy Fox Weather, a division of Fox Corporation, 2026.
Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Now on this February 2nd, Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob. Phil looked to the skies and then, speaking in groundhogese, directed President Dunkel to the proper scroll, which reads, "It's my great honor to answer your annual call. We look to the future and not just the past. So I suppose this party could use a forecast. It is my job this February too, to look to the skies and report back to you that there is a shadow here on my ground. 6 more weeks of winter abound."
So this annual ritual goes back to Old York, but the American version of Groundhog Day began in 1897, 130 years ago, 139 years ago, in Anuradha's home state of Pennsylvania. Sarah, do you live in Pennsylvania?
I do live in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so both of your home states. So for 14 decades now, Phil mostly angers tens of millions of people by often predicting 6 additional weeks of winter each year. What do you ladies think of our leading U.S. celebrity and Tom Brady and David Beckham? Eat your heart out.
I feel like it's a bit hard to predict stuff. So I feel like, I mean, is it even right? Like ever?
Well, Sarah, you sent me a note that said he's only right 39% of the time.
Yes. So that is what I saw.
That's crazy.
And so fun fact, I actually went to school like 40 minutes south of Punxsutawney,
Oh,
where the
really?
groundhog lives. And so when I was in school, it was like a big thing for everybody to go up on Groundhog's Day
Really?
and basically get drunk and just like wait for the groundhog to come out of his hole and do his little
What?
Awesome.
do his little prediction. I mean, we're in college. What else are you gonna do when you live like 40 minutes south of where this groundhog's from?
Yeah.
But it's kind of crazy. Like it's a huge celebration. Like they shut down the whole town, and it's like completely dedicated to the groundhog.
And then they get like a dozen old white guys that dress in tuxes and top hats like they're from England or something.
Yes,
in the
it's
front,
like-
just watching.
He's got his little sign. He's like, "Go,
Yeah,
Phil,
right,
go."
right.
We miss you, Phil.
But yeah, it's a whole thing up there. Like I said, like people come from all over. Like they drive hours to see this groundhog come out, and it's just kind of crazy. You know.
But he seems like in the video, I mean, I don't know if they sedate him or something. He seemed very docile, and like the main guy was like petting him like he was like a little baby or something. And it's just like, and he just seemed like, okay.
I think they definitely just sedate them because there's no way like one of those groundhogs that are in my yard would let me go up and pick them up and just like pet them.
Right. They're actually
Crazy.
badgers, right? I mean, if
They're wild too.
Yeah.
you have
Probably bite you.
rabies, right? So, you run away from them.
Rabied Phil.
Literally, like I could have rabies. You never know.
That's crazy.
No, I still love that movie with Bill Murray, Groundhog Day,
Yes.
And then he's actually got at one point, because he's like, at one point he's trying to get out of the cycle and he's constantly trying to figure out ways to kill himself. And he's got the groundhog, the badger, driving the car. And it's like, don't drive angry. Don't drive angry. So they drive off a cliff.
Yeah.
And then he still wakes up the next
And
morning.
he just
like,
wakes up again. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Anuradha and Sara, what is the first celebrity scandal you have chosen for us and our listeners?
First celebrity scandal.
We can talk about the Sydney Sweeney one just because I am not 100% sure what the scandal is here, like what the jeans controversy is. Sarah, do you know what it is?
I do, yeah.
What is it?
Okay, so I actually didn't know at first either, and I had a girlfriend of mine send it to me, and I had no idea any of this was going on. So I had to look it up on TikTok because, where else do we get our news from these days? But apparently, Sydney Sweeney did a ad with American Eagle, and basically it says she has perfect jeans, and she's like wearing, all denim, like Canadian tuxedo style in this ad. And basically it came out and people were saying that it was like supposed to be like some like Nazi propaganda because like Sydney Sweeney has blonde hair and blue eyes. And yeah, that's pretty much what the whole scandal is about. It is people are thinking that this American Eagle ad is Nazi propaganda. But Sydney Sweeney's come back and said, she's like, I just like wearing jeans. Like I wear jeans daily. And she's like, I like American Eagle jeans. And it had nothing to do with that. But being taken out of context, people thought it was about Nazi propaganda.
So
What the hell?
first of all, so for some segment of our audience doesn't really know these people. So I mean, she's apparently a very accomplished and popular actress. She's very young, but pretty. I mean, is there any backstory on just her as a person in the media beyond that, or just being an actress? I don't know.
I'm trying to think. So, I mean, like, I know she just starred in that Housemaid film that just came out, the Frida McFadden movie, or I'm sorry, book that was made into a movie. And she's like one of the main stars in there. So I know that's what she's popular for. But the other thing I know her from is apparently she sold bath water candles, like made from her bath water, and people were buying it. So
What
that
the
took off.
hell? Now that's a scandal.
I know. But so that's the other thing that I know her from is that she sold like her bath water and these candles to people, or like people bought her bath water, and I was like, okay, girl. I mean, pop off. Like that's how you're gonna make some money. But like,
That's
never would have thought to
crazy.
do that. But yeah,
Was this
that's what I
before
know
she
her
was
from.
famous or after?
I think she might have been like starting to get famous. Like I don't think she was like where she is now famous, because why would she need to do that then? You know? But
Damn, that's crazy. Thad, are you
yeah,
gonna sell your bath water?
could.
Well, I could. I don't. Maybe the Nazis will buy it. I don't know. But can't imagine anybody else. But it is kind of a weird thing because it's sort of a pun with genes, GENES.
Yeah.
What make us who we are versus genes. And she goes, "I've got great genes." So it's kind of a verbal pun. And there's probably a million jokes that, equate those two things.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, because they promoted it in such a huge way, didn't they put it on like Times Square and Las Vegas and stuff, like giant, animated ads and stuff like that. And she is blonde and she's got blue eyes. So, very Aryan sort of looking. I mean, there's a lot of other young stars, including, Anuradha's favorite, Zendaya,
Oh God.
who are
I hate that bitch.
who are not Caucasian, but this woman just like boom, like she could just walk out of an Indiana Jones movie as the Nazi girl.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's
that's
like
kind
weird.
of what, isn't that kind of what happened? They just like, and she's like, "What the hell, dude? I took $1 million and did the ad and leave me alone."
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened. Like it was like completely like not meant to be taken that way at all. And it
Yeah.
just blew up as this whole thing. Like I said, I had no idea until my girlfriend texted me and was like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And then sure enough, like I go on TikTok, watch the whole thing, and I was like, oh, I did not take it that way, but I was like, I see where people were getting that from, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it like blew up the internet, right? All of a sudden, it was like, okay, well, she's a racist. She's a whatever.
Right.
We're like, come on, folks.
And you're like, she is literally just starring in this ad. Like she didn't make the ad.
No, of course not. I mean, like they give you a bunch of money, you show up for, Anuradha knows this, you show up, you get $1 million for working for an hour. And then
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, great, thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's $1 million. So but she's in all these upcoming movies and stuff like that. I just, hope it doesn't hurt for real.
I would not have taken it that way. Like, I would definitely not have taken it that way. Like, that's really weird to take it that way. I mean, to each their own, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I get the way she looks like, so basically if it was like someone like me who was modeling it, and I was like, oh, I have great genes, what does that mean? Would that have been a big deal? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of like,
Well, Sara looks more like her than either of us. So, I mean,
yeah.
That's true.
Sara, I don't know.
I don't know that. You're getting
go out
kind of
and model-
close.
Would you go out and model jeans for Eagle
I
or
mean,
Hollister
if
or Diesel or?
Yeah. I mean, if you gave me $1 million, sure. Like, and free jeans for life. I need $1 million
Free
and
jeans
free
for
jeans for life. But
That's crazy.
like I said, I personally have bought American Eagle clothes before, and I'm like,
Sure.
I've never seen an American Eagle ad before that I ever took as like racist, and like I did not take that ad as racist.
They were so
at all.
generic, at the mall. I
Yes.
thought they were like the most generic brand. Others, like Diesel, were a little more edgy or whatever. But, I'm like, American Eagle doesn't take any chances. So, how did they get involved in this? I don't know.
They probably shouldn't come here to Pennsylvania where there's like Sheetz commercials where they're showing like meatballs and they're like, how about them balls? Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, like
Wow, we should have put that.
there's some really racy freaking commercials here, like just on billboards and stuff. And like there's one like
Hilarious.
There's one that's like, how about them balls? And there's one that's like, my meatballs are bigger than yours, or something like that. So I'm just like, you know what I mean? That's a little racy.
Bit with Alec Baldwin where he likes the Christmas thing. He's like, well, we really like and his name was Sweaty. We really like our sweaty balls. And they're basically donuts. And she's like, oh, yeah, we like our sweaty balls.
Wait, you guys might remember this. This is like going back. But do you guys remember the old, I think it was Kmart commercials? And it was like, I shipped my pants. But it was supposed to be like a play on I shit my pants. And they just like, throughout the whole thing, they're like, I shit my pants. I shit my pants. And I'm
I
like,
don't remember
stuck.
that.
I missed that one too.
God. Oh my gosh, you guys have to look it up. I think it's a Kmart commercial. But literally,
what year are we talking about? Are we talking 70s, 80s, 90s? Because they went out of business in the 2000s, I think.
Yeah, I think I'd say early 90s. But I was like, it's one of those commercials. Like if they did it now, people will be like, oh my gosh, like they said they shipped their pants, you know?
Yeah.
People take things very seriously.
We're very oversensitive now, aren't we?
Yes.
We can't do like little puns like that. Although apparently Pennsylvania is an exception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
anything goes here.
And they are sauce-covered balls.
You know, especially when you're in what they call Pennsylvania area, where you're in between Pittsburgh and Philly, and it's kind of like nothing. Anything kind of goes here, I feel like.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, there's the mountains. I mean, there's Philly and Pittsburgh and stuff, and then there's the whole mountain stuff going on there, which is
the Amish area.
Yeah, I've been run into the Amish mafia. They're pretty powerful. But anyways, even though they're attacking. So what is the next thing on your hit parade, ladies?
Next celebrity scandal.
We can do the P. Diddy one next.
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Perfect for, February is Black History Month. So what a perfect topic.
And Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's Day.
He does not discriminate. He has very many different lovers.
Yeah. Boy, I would love to see Valentine's Day at his house. Yeah. Go ahead.
In his current house, you mean, incarcerated?
Yeah. Well, I mean, before his
government's house.
Yeah.
The government's house.
I don't know. Dude. Maybe him and the judge are just like going, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Hey, I was in 50 months. What do you want? Go ahead.
It is crazy though, because I just feel like and maybe we should put in a link for this, but there is a comedian. Oh, what's his name? He's like so cute and little.
Patton Oswalt. He's like
he's black and he's like black. Cute and little.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart is little.
No, not Kevin Hart. Okay. He's like
I got the little part.
Yeah. No, this guy's little. So basically, he was calling this shit out for a while. He's like, P. Diddy's creepy. This is gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? And then I guess he made like a prediction, like way before any of this even happened. He made like a prediction and was like, like a bunch of celebrities are going to go down for, a crime, blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, boom, freaking Ashton Kutcher, J-Lo's getting shit. Like Jay-Z, I think Beyonce at some point. Like, you know what I mean? And it's so crazy because it's like P. Diddy literally brought down everybody because of his damn parties.
I know, those white parties.
It's so crazy.
And again, let me, for our audience listeners who prefer, my age, prefer the Rolling Stones to hip hop or rap. Who is P. Diddy, formerly Puff Daddy, formerly Diddy? I mean, very, very, very famous in the music industry, won many Grammys, right? So, I mean, it's really like the fall of a giant, right? Kind of like Harvey Weinstein. I
mean, it's huge. Okay. And it's also risky because, he does have ties to, to gangs and all that kind of stuff. He does have ties to, just people that, I don't know, like that whole, he was tied to the Tupac Biggie thing, you know? So basically, it's just like that whole thing, like you don't know what he's capable of. And
Well, those
that's
were people who were
primarily,
I mean, he was himself a famous rapper, and then he became like a record executive. He started his own
yeah.
company and
And
started
he,
inventing all these talent people.
huge.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so why does a billionaire get involved in all this fucking bullshit, which is like, seems like, you know, really low level crap, sex trafficking. Yeah.
But it's like it's a power thing. I really do feel like
Mhm.
it's like a whole power thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just because like,
You mean
and
it's
you
like
even look at like
Epstein, like the Epstein thing?
yeah, like similar to that. You know what I mean? And like you even look at like this documentaries of the whole court cases and everything that was going on, and people are now coming up and being like, yeah, well, you know, we knew that there was something off with him, like he would assert his power from time to time in meetings and so on and so forth. So people are actually now speaking out, and a lot of the time it's a power thing. You know what I mean? Like even like the things that he did with guys. A lot of it
Yeah.
is a power thing. A lot of it is to feel empowered, and it really sucks because basically Justin Bieber was pulled into that. You know,
You know, when
like
you say
That's
with
true.
guys, you're saying he himself is bisexual, or like attracted
I
other
mean, he
men
raped
being
guys. He raped guys
real.
and women, and apparently somebody was saying that like when he was with J-Lo, like she basically was like in the room when he did that with someone. So like it's crazy because this literally ties down
Do
like
not throw J-Lo under the
almost
bus.
everybody.
Please, no. Do not throw-
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, do not throw J-Lo under the bus with me.
Sorry, Thad.
Do not
No, but
pop my soap bubble.
but you know, everybody's been dragged into this. Even people that you would have never thought ever would do something like this. You know what I
Oh yeah,
mean?
man.
And people are talking about it. Like the parties. And they literally are talking about, you see Ashton Kutcher's when he went on that Hot Ones show and he's eating the wings and
Mm.
he's like, "Oh yeah, P Diddy's white parties." Everybody's talking like, is that
While he
crazy,
was
Sarah?
still
Like
married
what do
to
you
Demi Moore, or before or after? When did that
I
come?
mean, a little bit of both, like during the demi phase and even a little bit after. And that's why him and Mila Kunis, I feel like they're not like, I don't know, like
Mila
are they
Kunis is
together?
in
I
it
don't even know.
too? Oh
No,
my
no,
God.
no, she's not in it. She's not in
Okay.
it.
Praise God.
But she basically was like, I can't be with you like this, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just a bunch of stuff going on. People have
Um,
flown out of the US for a little bit, just like until things can calm down. I mean,
I
what do you
saw
make of
that.
this, Sarah? Like,
I mean, I agree with you, man. I think it's kind of crazy. So, like, I remember, like, even growing up, seeing in like magazines at the grocery store, seeing like these photos from his parties, and I was always like, "Wow, that looks so cool, so
yeah,
fancy!" Like, and it's just like you really have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. And here we are, you know, like 15 years later, and it's like, holy crap! Like, all of these things have been happening. You know, I mean, I always thought it was weird that he took their phones, and I was like, well, it makes sense, you know, once people like had smartphones and stuff, because I'm like, you don't want this stuff recording, especially like what's going
yeah,
down. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just wild. Like, you know, I think kind of back to what Thad said, it's like, you know, these people, like these billionaires, kind of like the Epstein files, I was like, they feel like they can get away with anything.
yeah,
And I mean, they essentially do until, you know, something finally, you know, breaks through that ice or barrier that they have and like makes a change.
yeah,
Um, and I mean, it's a shame, like, to hear like some of these things that have happened to like Justin Bieber and stuff. Like, I'm like, you know, that poor guy, like, he was like literally a kid at the time, you know, like, I don't even know if he was 18 yet when like he first started going to his, probably not, but it's just, it's wild to me. You know, and the more that comes out about it, you're just like, seriously? And it's like unbelievable how many of these celebrities that knew about it and that were there and that like,
yeah.
you know, whether they partook or just like you said, like watched or just kind of like turned a blind eye to it. I'm like, it's wild.
It's no,
well,
it's
you know,
crazy.
and there, at least from my, you know, ignorant perspective, I'm looking at like, so, you know, P. Diddy, or he was called Puff Daddy originally, right, when he was like first rapper and went on his Grammys and stuff. That's the 90s. I mean, that is 30 years ago. And although, you know, this stuff was going on, and then, you know, then there's a pile on effect. you know.
Mhm.
So, you know, I don't know, but it just seems like everybody, all of a sudden, all these people that kept their mouth shut for 25 years, like girls that were, I mean, you know, I take his girlfriend, whatever her name was. You know, there's the video of him, you know, hitting on her and stuff like that. That's one thing. But all these other girls, it's just like boom, boom, boom. Everybody's like, oh, the lawsuits. It was just like football. You know, one guy with the balls is like everybody goes, boom.
Yeah.
It's like you said, like the ice is broken and everybody's going to blame him for everything. It's like he's like responsible for the sins of the world. You know, so I don't know. It just seems a little, you know, why did everybody wait so long?
Well, I think because the evidence came out, right? Like his bodyguard was standing outside of the room recording him like raping some guy. And the bodyguard released the footage.
Okay.
Like released the audio. And I think that's what got people being like, oh, finally there's proof, right? Because sometimes, like, I feel like victims are like, okay, who's really going to believe me? Who's really going to have my back? He's so powerful.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
know what I mean? So there's like that thing
Well, that's
where
a
now
good
it's like,
lesson
okay,
from my
well, there's
security
evidence.
guards. I need to make sure they don't have phones.
No, it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you know. Well, I mean, the other thing when I looked at it, and you know, I love rap and hip hop music. He was not my favorite guy. I really liked Kim Kardashian's husband a lot better. Blanking on his name.
Oh, Kanye?
Oh, Kanye.
Kanye. And then
Ex-husband. Ex-husband sad.
Yeah, ex-husband or are they ex or just separated? But
No, they're ex. He's married to someone else.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
sad.
Well, and he's been in and out of like mental institutions and stuff. But I mean, he did some unbelievably
He's
awesome
very
work.
talented.
Yeah.
He's very, very talented.
Right. So, but you know, the thing about the PD is, you know, he was accused of all the sex trafficking and like the list went on and on. It really seemed like, you know, he was going to be in jail for the rest of his life. And then he ends up not actually being convicted on the worst of the charges. Right? I mean, and then like they said, okay, well, we're going to give you like the prosecution was asking for 11 years, you know, and it was 55. And then what they actually gave him was 50 months, but he'd already served 12 months in jail. So they're going to deduct that. So he'll be out in 2028. And, you know, so it's not, you know, the worst thing in the world, you know, for
so
him.
crazy.
So, I mean, what do you think? I mean, is fair punishment or because they didn't convict him on sex trafficking. They, you know, there's all these laws about transporting young women over state line, but he didn't, you know, they didn't convict him on that stuff. They just convicted him on, I don't know.
Which is really stupid.
Right.
Like literally, if you have money and power, you can get away with literally anything.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Yeah.
But he was so like in the videos or at least the explanations, he was so contrite in the court, you know, when it came to the sentencing hearing, he's crying. He's like, oh my God, they acted disgrace.
Next celebrity scandal.
The last one is the Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal.
Dun, dun, dun.
Easily avoidable. The fuck, people? Really?
Oh
Oh
my god.
my god.
You know,
Thoughts on this guy?
and you know, when you're in a stadium, like, you know, and they have the Kiss Cam stuff in, you know, baseball stadiums, football stadiums, concerts, whatever. And then there's like, you know, 50, 60, 70,000 people. Like, what are the chances that I'm going to be, you know, the guy, and I've never been the guy, right? Or the guy with the girl on any of the Jumbotron. So what are the chances? One in 70,000, right? And these guys could climb.
But these guys were in a very, very expensive seats. So
Okay.
chances are the
They were
camera
being-
is going to go there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like what I don't understand is like, first of all, why are you standing at the edge in a very, very expensive seat and you see the cameras like moving around? Like, I feel like they should have talked about this and been like, if there is a chance that this happens, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to have the conversations. I had a conversation when I was in a relationship. I was like, hey, I'm going to go to a Romeo Santos concert and we need to talk about if he pulls me up on stage. What is the appropriate thing?
Because apparently every rock
what if he
star
wants to
pulls
kiss
you
me?
up on stage and kisses you, and then you
No,
can't
literally,
wash your face for the next.
You're the most lucky person in the world, man. You always get pulled on stage.
Dude, I kid you not.
Jagger had sex with me on stage. So
I kid you not. I had a whole conversation about this where I'm like, what are you like? What are some boundaries here? I don't want to surpass your boundaries. So if he calls me up on stage and wants to kiss me, like, is this a go? Like what? And the guy's like, what the hell are you talking about?
What do you
like,
mean
why are we talking about
go?
this?
What is a go?
Like, am I allowed to kiss him? Like, because it's Romeo Santos. Like, what is the thing? We literally had a whole conversation, and literally, it was like, why are we talking about this? So,
Does
anyway.
he need a condom on his lips or his tongue or whatever?
Huh?
I mean, what? No, I mean, he's just
no, the thing is like, it's
audience.
still a no. It was still a no. But the thing of the matter is like, these guys freaking, it's, you know what I mean? There was no conversation like, hey, we're going to move, I mean, granted, they probably like, oh, it's not going to be us. It's not going to happen. But just the fact that they were like, oh shit, and like they made it so obvious, like and there's so many skits. If you guys have seen the TikTok skits of like things that they could have done, the Heimlich maneuver or whatever it is.
Okay, what did they actually do? Were they actually? I mean, was it more than
he had his arms around her and they were just like going like this?
Stuff, or was it more than that? Did they actually do something, or what? Or no?
I feel like they kissed, but I don't think that was the part that was like highlighted.
Yeah, I was gonna say the main part I saw, he's just like holding her and they're kind of like rocking whatever song's on, and then when it pans to them, they just like immediately like he like throws her almost out of the way and like ducks down.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, and it's like, dude,
when they
you could
see
literally
themselves from the jumbotron, you mean? On the kiss cam?
Yeah.
Okay, but and then the guy was married, but they were both married.
They're both married.
Yeah.
And they were not, and they worked in the same company. He was the CEO, she was the CFO.
She works in HR.
HR. Oh, great.
Gotta love it.
I really want to see your seminar on sexual harassment. But
I was gonna say, how many sexual harassment trainings and stuff I've sat through in workplaces, and I'm like, man, like, okay.
No, I've done videos on it, and it's a huge deal. But so it wasn't like, because some people were saying, oh no, they actually like, had a BJ right there in the stand. I mean, it's not that far, right? It was
no, that literally he was rocking her, and and literally they were like, oh, and she started going like this, like. You know what I mean? Improv, like grab someone else, start rocking them, like freaking start rocking yourself. You know what I mean? Like there were so many things you could do, and I just feel like
when you say rocking,
I'm not
talking about sort of a what do you call?
I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying go ahead and do that. I'm just saying like literally, I feel like this one really could have been avoided. And that's ballsy to stand at the edge.
By not even going, that would have been one thing. And then not sitting in the VIP seat, that would have been another thing. They
at the edge of the balcony
or something,
where they can see you.
Right.
It's so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Or even just stand beside each other. Like, it all would have been avoided had you just been standing beside each other, not in like hugging each other on top of each other. Like, no one would have known.
Well, no, because the camera dudes that, are looking around for the kiss cam stuff, if they literally weren't touching or whatever, although if they were on camera, I mean, both their spouses would say, what the fuck are you doing with the CEO?
I mean, I forgot if they knew. I think they knew that they had gone to a concert. Maybe not. I don't know. I think they did. I think the spouses knew that they were going to a concert. Like, but it was a company event, so there were a bunch of people.
Company event,
No, it was a company event.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
So
there were
that
like
was-
a bunch
that
of
was the
people in
So
the
everybody
box
was going.
seat.
This was the Christmas party, or the Halloween.
Yeah,
party.
pretty much. It was the, whatever
Okay.
spring event or whatever they
So
went to.
everyone knew. Everyone
Yeah.
knew about the thing. So it's just so crazy because I'm like, you know what I mean? Like that's just wild, you know. And there was someone else there too. I think like he really could have grabbed her too and just like, you know, just like done. I
Well,
don't know.
The pictures that are online, that he's got her hands on her tits. I mean, and who knows what's going on, thrusting and blah 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 behind. Come on, this is not a work colleague relationship.
No, but the thing was just like they were just swaying when I saw it. They were just
Yeah.
swaying. So like
But-
it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like
Would that be a spousally approved sway? Like, would his
I
wife
mean-
say, "Oh, sure, put your hands on another girl's tits," and then start swaying with her?
I mean, yeah, like no, it's like it's inappropriate, but at the same time, it could have been worse. Like it could have been worse. I think these guys
You're like,
made
they
it.
could have
That's the
full
best
on
argument. No,
pumping with their clothes
been
on.
worse.
I mean, these guys. What I'm trying to say is
They had an
like they.
orgy in the VIP
Because nobody could
section.
see. Like I think the camera cut off like right there.
Okay.
So no one could see what's going on underneath. They really could have just done something else. You know what I
And you're-
mean?
Are you defending them? Andrea?
No, I'm not defending. I'm saying they're so stupid. Like
Are you going to
literally.
be their defense attorney? I don't know.
I know.
No, I'm saying like they're so stupid that like I'm just like
No,
Jesus,
I
like
agree.
why would
They're
you know
so
what I mean?
stupid. And didn't he use his job? Wasn't he the CEO of astronomy?
He lost. Yeah, he lost his job. I think she did. I hope they're still together because I mean they both lost jobs out of this. I hope that they managed to, you know what I mean. But you know what? I feel like I think that
But was it like
his
a
wife?
drunken kind of a thing? Like
No,
a-
like they were actually
No.
having an affair.
Okay.
And I think his wife had said something like she always knew that he had feelings for this person. So I think there was a part of him that was like, whatever, if I'm going to get caught, I don't care because like I love her and I just want to be with her. I think there was probably a part of him that was like feeling that way because like she said that she had like basically asked him several times like, hey, what do you have going on with this chick? And he would just like downplay it. But she always suspected that lady. So that's my 2 cents. Dropping my 2 cents.
There you go. No,
So
Sarah.
my
is-
question.
Okay, go ahead. I was
Oh,
just
sorry,
going to
I
say,
was like, my
you
question-
are like months before, and you're like, we're just giving you so much terrible feedback on what could happen years from now, and you're like, oh.
Right?
I
You're like,
just want,
okay.
I just want the Princess Bride where the two people get together at the end, and they're just like, yes, and the rose petals just falling.
So just avoid company work events, and I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally. I mean, it's a Coldplay concert. So I'm just like, but at the same time, y'all need to act appropriate. But everybody knew
Company
that was the
work
biggest
events
thing.
are terrible.
Well,
Christmas
Everybody
parties,
knew.
summer
That's what
picnics.
I was
Oh my
thinking
god!
too. Like these people that were in this box had to know something was going on. So
Right.
back
No,
to,
they
like,
all
the
knew. Yeah.
fact that she's the head of HR and she's probably giving them training on like workplace appropriate like relationships, and I'm like,
Exactly.
here you are
Yeah.
with your CEO. Like seriously. What
It's
kind
so
of workplace
crazy.
is that? I can't imagine working there and knowing that. I'd be like, what?
Astronomy
did you guys-
or whatever. I'm like, well, let's go to Saturn, baby. So
Did you guys see the ad for that same company? They had Gwyneth Paltrow advertise that same company, and the Gwyneth
Really?
Paltrow was like,
astronomy.com.
I know that you know of our name through like a sinful thing, or she said something like that. She's like, but did you also know we do blah blah blah? And it was just a funny advertisement, like that they
I've
had
never
her
seen
do it.
that. That's
So
hilarious.
because obviously she's connected to Coldplay, whatever.
No,
So-
she was the girlfriend of the main singer
Yeah.
for a long
Yeah,
time.
Chris
I don't know
Martin,
if they got married.
They were married and they have
They
kids.
were married. Okay.
God
Okay.
damn it, Dad.
I'm sorry. You need to send me like regular telegraphs of what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because like I'm pretty sure that so there was that, and then there was also a Pepsi commercial that made fun of the incident as well. You see the two bears and they're in the thing, and then the camera goes. It's really funny. You guys should see it.
Other scandals.
Basically, out of everything that you could have done, you chose these 3 topics, and I didn't have a chance to do a survey with our listeners, but some of them might be curious why you overlooked some other top scandals, and I just wanted to throw out a couple of them, and then you can reply either individually, Anuradha and Sara, or as a team, and you can make it as brief or extensive as you wish to say why you didn't want to do it. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So in December of 2025, literally, less than 2 months ago, 32-year-old Nick Rayner stabbed both of his parents to death. Now, he's the son of the super A-list director, Rob Reiner, known for directing When Harry Met Sally, If You Could Man, Princess Bride, and dozens of other top-grossing movies. Now, Nick, his son, had struggled with addiction since high school, and his parents were always at his side attempting to help him recover. And he clearly had a catastrophic relapse with this terrible murder, and he's currently in custody for first-degree murder. But so why didn't you guys want to cover this? Was it just too morbid?
I mean, Sara, maybe you can take this one, and then I'll give my input.
Sure. I mean, for me, I'm going to be honest. I didn't know who that was. I had to look it up to even
You didn't know who Rob Reiner was?
Not looking.
You never saw Harry Met Sally or any of those other?
I did. Once I saw the movie names, I was like, oh, okay, I know who that is now. But just hearing his son, I was like, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
So for me, I was like, I didn't really know who that was. But also, I mean, it is pretty morbid. I'm like,
Yeah.
Obviously,
That's crazy stuff. To kill your own parents. I mean, that's got to be
right.
I mean, it's one thing to spouses kill each other and stuff like that, but to kill your own parents.
Right.
God,
well, and it's kind of like the Mendoza brothers that are currently incarcerated, so it kind of reminded me of that. And I was like, that's just I never in my mind could ever think of killing my parents. So it's the fact that I don't know how. I have no words.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the thing is also I didn't look at it because I don't know, when I think of scandal, I think of oh, she slept with this person. Oh, this person, had a wardrobe malfunction. This doesn't seem scandal to me. This seems really fucked up, oh boy, kind of thing.
Well, murder
it's not
is one of the things at the beginning of
it's not one of the things where you be like, oh my God, did you? I mean, I'm sure people do it, but it's just so gruesome and so terrible. It's not something you want to gossip about. It's more oh God, that's so terrible. If everyone's like, oh my God, tell me he did that. That's, that's not scandal to me. So I was just kind of
Well, we did do the assassination of Lincoln last year or the year before.
Yeah, but that wasn't a gossip scandal episode. It wasn't a gossip
maybe in the 1800s
episode.
It was, man. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, but even then, you know what I mean? I think the subject we were doing was specifically the top murders, the top scandalous murders or whatever.
Well,
it wasn't gossipy murders, it wasn't gossipy scandals.
It was February, and we were doing the Lincoln's birthdays in February, and Martin Luther King's birthdays in February. So we were doing and then we did Gandhi, who I turned out you hated his guts. So and you had all kinds of stuff for our audience.
No, so Gandhi is a scandal. Gandhi is a scandal. Gandhi we could definitely fit in here.
Well, we already did it. We already did it. You said he was a total bitch. So
look at that episode, guys. If you haven't seen the Gandhi episode, hear me talk shit.
Oh yeah, Gandhi goes under the bus. So okay, so the the other thing that I was kind of curious about, because the world's richest man currently, Elon Musk, who is CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, X, formerly Twitter, is in a fight with his transitioned daughter, formerly that, after she discovered he tried to keep her a man at some point. Now, it's important to mention Musk has 14 children that he legally admits to from 4 different mothers. He's been married and divorced 3 times, and he's been single since 2016. But I mean, it's weird when, I don't know, when you're I would imagine from an inheritance standpoint, you'd want to stay on the right side of your dad if he's the richest guy in history. But she's going against him. What do you think?
I mean, again, like, I don't really think that's like, oh my God, like fun gossip scandal. Like,
Really?
I don't know. I was trying to choose like, oh shit, like those kinds of scandals. This is just like, it's also a little bit of a taboo subject. Transitioning things is a little
Well,
bit of
we
a
just
taboo
we just
subject.
did a Supreme Court episode a couple weeks ago on Anuradha with a top New York
Yes,
court,
but
and
that
we talked
wasn't
about
like,
the court case of transitioning. Whether
no,
a
but
boy
that
who
was,
transitions to a girl can.
but that was different. That's not, oh, gossip, like, oh my God, that happened. It was like, oh, so this is the court case, and then this is what happened, and then blah, blah. Was a different
Sarah,
different
do you
tone,
agree?
Thad.
I'm not
It
trying
was
to
a
bring you
different
guys into
tone.
conflict. I'm just saying. I don't
It was a
know.
different tone. Now, if you that episode, you were like, "Oh shit!" Like, let's talk about the gossip of the court case that happened. Then, it's a different thing. But we were actually talking about, hey, was that even right for them to do that?
If
to
tomorrow
those,
you
to those
decide to be a
transitions?
man and you go up against your dad in court, you don't think that's worth gossip?
I mean, people will gossip about it. I'm just saying, like, for me, I feel like it's a very touchy subject.
Of course
Because,
it is.
like,
That's why it's juicy, and so that's why we're talking about it. It is touchy. If it was like,
yeah, but it's
oh,
touchy
I
like
rescued my cat from the
taboo.
tree. Who
But it's like
cares?
taboo touchy. It's taboo touchy. Like this Coldplay thing was like, it was just like funny because it's like, oh, what the hell, dude? You know what I mean? Come on, Thad.
We're not
Come
talking
on.
about farm animal porn or people that like to urinate on each other. This is not that touchy. This transition thing
touchy.
is a big deal, right? It's happening now all around us, isn't it?
I guess it's just the fact that it's like the transition, like that kind of stuff is like super touchy. Like now, if it was just like you take out the word transition and you say daughter after she does, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just when you start getting into things like adjectives, like transition, like gay, this, that, I feel like you're getting into some territory that's, a little bit touchy.
Okay, Sarah, you have full immunity. I know Anuradha is your friend, but I mean, tell me what you think. Do you agree with this? Her, abdication.
I agree to some extent. I think definitely it can get to be a touchy subject. But some more so for me, like, I feel like I heard about that less, and I heard more about when he named his one new baby, like the XY243 or
yeah.
whatever it is, like not even a name, like whatever serial number label. And I felt like that was more talked about than this as gossip. So
I don't even know how
that's a
you
good
can
point.
keep track of 14 children.
I don't know either.
I only had one daughter. I can't even fathom 14 kids from 3 different mothers.
But does he keep track of them? I don't know if he
I
keeps
have
track.
no
That's a good
idea.
question.
Sterling, wait, who are you again?
Every
Wait, who's
time
your mom
you hear
again?
in public, he's got some little kid on his shoulders, and you're like, is that 6, 8, 9? I mean, what do they have, like stuff tattooed on the forehead? How do you keep track? Do you know their names?
I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
send them birthday
I don't know how
cards?
invested he is, to be honest. I mean, he seems invested in his son, the one that he was bringing into the Oval Office, but I don't know how invested he is with these other kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just amazed he has 14 kids. I'm like, that is a lot of offspring to support.
That's
I mean, he has the
wild.
money for it, but I'm like, that's too many.
That's a lot.
No, it's true. I mean, he can put all of those kids through Harvard if he can pull it off.
Oh yeah, for
But, I
sure.
mean, will those kids feel loved, with their dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Sort
it
of a
depends on
journey.
their relationship with him and how involved he is. Because, I mean, that's kind of what we all don't really know. Like, how involved is he
Yeah.
with his kids? Like, maybe the newest one, like, he's probably the most involved because it's the baby. But, like, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, the oldest one, what is the status with that one? Or one of the middle ones? Or, number
Exactly.
11, whichever one that one is.
Well, and just do the math, So, I was divorced and I basically had my one and only daughter at half time. But I mean, if you've got 14 kids, you divide it up on like weekends and stuff like that with the various moms that have to be negotiated with. I mean, you're spending, tiny little amount with each person, right? Now, I have no idea what Thanksgiving Day looks like in the Mark household.
Oh gosh.
If he
I
invites
cannot
everybody
imagine.
over, all the moms, all the kids, including the
so
grandparents
crazy.
and everything else.
I don't know how involved he is. I kind of feel like he's really not that involved, especially when he's naming his kid like XY3, whatever it is.
Yeah, like, how do you remember your kid's name? I'd be like, after, like, the first three, I'd be like, XX, what? Like,
Yeah, like wait, what did I name you again?
what did I name you?
No, you need a cheat sheet with their name and a little thumbnail so you see
Yes,
their picture and you're like, oh yeah, that guy or that girl. And then here's their, cell phone, here's their email, whatever. I don't know how or he has a secretary who's just devoted
Just
to
handles
keeping
it
track
all.
of them. Yeah.
Damn, that secretary, I hope she gets paid. Boohoo bucks.
Right?
And I hope he learns how to use a condom. But
That too.
Who knows?
yeah. Well,
Hey,
look,
that's a pun. The next line's a pun.
like jeans and jeans. Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-da-da-da.
Well, look, thanks, guys, for appearing today. Thank you very
You're
much.
supposed to say, so that wraps it up.
Pardon me?
Because you just said the condom thing. You're supposed to slide into it. God damn it, Thad.
Slide, you mean the lubricated condom? Or is that what you mean?
No, you just said condom,
Okay.
and then the
Dying.
next line is, so that wraps it up, everyone. It was like a nice, smooth.
Well, you did it for me. You're my better writer. I was
That's
just-
a wrap.
I did. Puncture proof. I just want to thank our special guest, Sara, for appearing with us today and giving us her insights. And thank you, Anuradha, for introducing her to our audience. And, thank you very much, Sara. Great. Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Please follow or subscribe to Scandal Sheet on your favorite pod platform. And share it with all your friends. We'd also love it if you'd leave us a shameless, over-the-top rave review on Apple Podcasts especially. That helps us build audience. And we would really appreciate it if you could support us on Patreon, where you can enjoy premium bonus content for less than the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Just go to patreon.com/scandalsheet. Also, we want to hear from you. You can reach us online at Facebook or X, formerly Twitter, LinkedIn, or TikTok. Or just send us an email to scandalsheetpod@gmail.com. See you next time on Scandal Sheet!
Copyright 2026 Thad Helsley Media, LLC, all rights reserved.